Hey guys, Elite Legionario here, and today I'm bringing you a 6-player free-for-all on the Illyrian Valley map. As you can see, I'm in command of the Seleucid Empire. My opponent down here, who was the person I intended to go after, was Nike's Busky, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. He's in command of the Greek city-states. And there's the Macedonian player up here, that is Alexander the Great, very appropriate. Then there is player 720, he is in command of the House of Julli. His name's probably just player, and he got one of those connection problems that made him force him to put a number on the end of his name. Then there's this guy, Ramisa, and this guy just hugely cheated. He just brought like 15 horse archers. This was CWB, by the way, and he's got all these Scythian noble archers, no upgrades. And the last player over here, DJ Kin9, who is Germania, he was fairly pissed about this, to be honest, because I can completely understand how absolutely irritating it is, but fortunately for him, this guy just quits when everyone sort of gets real annoyed with him. So that allows the Germanian player to pretty much beat him. So my army consists of 6 units of gold, silver shield legionnaires, 4 units of gold attack regular archers, and 4 units of silver, I think it's gold attack, silver defense cataphracts. My opponent here has got, I think it's 4 gold, or 3 or 4 gold armoured hoplites. I think it's 4. 1 unit of regular hoplites that I think is, I can't really tell, I think it's silver, and he's got 4 units of Spartans. 2 with gold and 2 with nothing, and he's got 1 unit of gold general's armoured bodyguard. And I didn't want to face the Scythian because I thought he'd bring heaps of headhunting maidens and horse archers, and with the army I brought, I knew it'd be hard to fight that because my cataphracts wouldn't be able to beat those headhunting maidens, and I wouldn't be able to catch horse archers, and I don't have long range archers, so I'd go after the Greek player. But unfortunately the Greek player quits as well because he just doesn't, want to fight. After I managed to knock out a couple of his units, he just quits, but I'm pretty confident I wouldn't be able to beat him, as I could just pin him all his front with my infantry and then beat him down with my cavalry, which is what I managed to do anyway. So over here, the Roman player camps on this hill almost the entire game. I cannot understand why people do this in scored resolution games. I just can never understand it. Here the Roman player comes in with his Praetorian cavalry, and these two are scrapping it out here. So yeah, they're looking pretty good. So over here, the Scythian noble archer, this guy rage quitted after everyone complained about him breaking CWB, and once the AI got in control of these horse archers, the German player was able to beat them, so that's good. So I managed to knock down a few of these Greek units. And it's by around this point that my opponent doesn't want to fight me and rage quits, which is annoying. I hate having to fight the AI when people do that, but by this point, because he had no arch units, he also seems to have some peltist units. I didn't notice that before, so he's got a couple of them and they look to be gold. I didn't tell you that before, that's what they are, I didn't see them before. So there's the massively broken CWB Scythian army, hugely broke the rules and peed everyone off. It's going to get mopped up. So these guys' armies, I haven't really outlined them. This guy's got about 6 royal pikemen with 3 upgrades, or it might be 5 royal pikemen with 3 upgrades. 2 levy pikemen look to be 3 upgrades as well, and I think he's got this unit of General's Armoured Bodyguard with lots and lots of upgrades. I can never understand why people do that either. It's just not balanced. And he's also got about, I think he had about 4 or 5 companion cavalry, which had about 3 upgrades, and then he had about 4 archers. The Roman player, as you can see, is still here. He has a big army, no upgrades, several legionary first cohorts which are facing the wrong way. I don't know why. 3 units of Praetorian cavalry, and he had 4 first cohorts. Why is his army backwards? I don't know. I don't know why people do that kind of stuff. He's also got a bunch of hidden Arcani. Well, there's some of his Arcani there. None of his stuff's got upgrades. I mean, Arcani look awesome. They're pretty useless, really, for the most part, unless you're very good at traps and know how to time them. But pretty sure no one uses them. So as you can see, my men are engaging his. Silver shields are no match for either of these infantry, but I got cataphracts coming in, and that's going to be a pretty big massacre for anyone who is foolish enough to face it. So armoured hoplites are also a lot better than silver shield legionnaires, but again my cataphracts are dealing with them, and this is now an AI, so not much point in showing you what's going to go on here. You can easily tell I'll beat them. As you can see, I do it with pretty much no casualties. I'm just making sure no one gets me. The German player's coming over here, and his army consists of 5 units of bronze. I think it was bronze attack or something. Spear warband. He has a few archers, 4 units of looks to be gold attack chosen archer warband. They're good. And he's got about 5 units of gold Gothic cavalry. So his infantry is not really very capable at all, so he's going to have to rely on his Gothic cavalry. As you can see though, I am routing the Greek AI pretty quickly, seeing as he just quit and everything. So these Spartans are beating these legionnaires pretty much, but my cataphracts will now destroy them. Problem with cataphracts though, they tire very quickly. So smack, and that's the end of that, and that's basically the Greek player done. And I really like the Illyrian Valley map. It provides forests, hills, smoke and plains out here and stuff. It's just good variety. One of those really good maps. I get sick of playing on the grassy flatlands all the time. It bores me. Over here, the Macedonian's not sure if he's going after the German or the Roman. I think the German player was hoping these two would engage and then he could come in the back and knock them to bits. But the Macedonians got probably all these 3 have got a big problem in that, well, particularly these 2, in that, say for the German, he can't be sure if he's going to be attacked by Macedon or the on the side, the Roman, or the Macedonian if he's going to be attacked. The Macedonian's actually in the worst place because he can be attacked by the German, he can be attacked by the Roman, and he can be attacked by me all at once. So that's a really bad position for Alexander the Great here. So let's hope he's as good as his namesake at battling, otherwise he's not going to get out of this mess he's in. The German comes in here though, and this is where the Roman player should have capitalised. If I'd been the Roman, I probably would have gone after, well, it's hard to say. I know what the Roman's doing. He's going to be one of those people who's going to camp until everyone's engaged and he's going to pick off routers. I don't really like those tactics, but I think they're particularly cheap when you're using a faction like Rome, because Rome is a, like the toughest faction in the game, and it can fight anyone. So Romans do not need to do that. I can understand Scythians doing it, or some of the weaker factions. Not that I'm saying Scythia is weak, it's just the kind of army build that they use. But say like Spain or something, doing something like that's way more understandable. But Rome, I mean, it's just not fair. So if I had been the Macedonian player, I would have been quickly engaging these Germans right now. He's got more pikemen than him, and they've got way more upgrades, and they're way better anyway. Well, they haven't got lots more upgrades. They've only got an extra upgrades, but considering how much better Royal Pikemen are than Spear Warband that Germania use, it's no contest. So I would have got them into battle quickly, and he's still got enough cavalry here to pin down these Germans, or at least slow them down. By which point his pikemen will have easily beaten these pikemen, and he can lean them into assist, because he needs to hurry this up, because I think he's worried about the Roman as well, but his biggest concern should actually be me, because I am close and I'll be able to get into his back, whereas opposed to the Roman who get into his side. But if he's quick, he can knock the German out and get enough kills. There's no way this Macedonian player is going to survive his army intact at the end, but if he has enough kills, he'll still win. But considering I'm in a position to hit him right in his back, he's in the most danger from me, I think. But he's in a terrible position, as you can see, because 3 people are arrayed against him. So yeah, but his in conjunction with his archers and his cavalry, he probably could beat these. He could definitely beat the infantry, and he's got these levy pikemen which could help his cavalry if he's clever with them, to beat these Gothic cavalry. So I think he could have won that, but the biggest concern for him probably would have been me in Rome. But the Roman player, as you can see, hasn't moved like an inch, except for a couple of those cavalry he used down here, which were completely destroyed by the Macedonian player. But this allows me to get into position, and I'm on my way. So, I mean, he could, and he decides he is going to attack, but I think he perhaps left it too late, because I was kind of disorganised before it, and I wouldn't have been able to stage much of an attack, and I probably wouldn't have been willing to send my cavalry off by themselves either, just because I would have been worried that Roman would have tried capitalising. So those are the kind of things you've got to deal with, but these Royal Pikemen should have engaged these Spear Warband, knocked them out quickly, and then he could have used his Levy Pikemen to assist his cavalry in breaking down these Gothic cavalry. Because as you can see, he's got cavalry there, he's got his general unit, he's got tons upgraded. If you bring that in with these 2 against these 3, I reckon they would have been able to win that, or it would have been close. If he used a Royal Pikeman, a Levy Pikeman to help, it would have been a certain win. And this side over here, because it's got a couple of cav units and another Levy Pikeman rather, he could have won that, and these Royals could have easily beaten these the German Spear Warband. But this is what a lot of people do. They sort of don't realise, or they hesitate, and it's, you don't want to hesitate. And here the Roman comes in for a direct charge right into these archers, and I don't even think the Macedonian has realised this is going on, because he hasn't reacted. He could have easily intercepted with these 2 cavalry units, and he hasn't even seen this. You can just tell he hasn't seen it by what he's doing. So here he's going to charge in, and the German player is going to sort of withdraw, well, not withdraw, but sort of gang up on this one unit. But now the Roman's going to make a mistake here, and in a moment I'm going to see if I'm going to can catch out both these clumps of cavalry with my cataphracts, because once the cavalry's out of the way, I'll have domination. So these Royal Pikemen, I don't actually think he got them into phalanx formation. And wait a minute, guys, I just realised these guys are phalanx pikemen, not Royal Pikemen. My bad. Yeah, they're phalanx pikemen. All the ones I've been calling royals this whole time are phalanx pikemen. That makes it a wee bit harder. But they probably still should have been able to beat these Spear Warband. They're still probably better. But he's making some very shocking mistakes. He's like attacking without going into formation. That's just terrible. And he's outflanked here and everything. So the German's going to beat him. I didn't realise they were not royals. They're phalanxes, which is not as good. But here I'm coming in now. So these phalanx pikemen are going to rout, and in my experience, phalanx pikemen have got very bad morale. They shouldn't, but they do. Anyway, I managed to catch a few of these guys with my cataphracts and rout a few of them. And here I'm a wee bit cautious because I see these Germans coming in and I'm worried about them going for my archers, but I'm using my archers to shoot them. And they're losing a lot of casualties to archer fire, or they should be. And here's some of my cataphracts. The biggest problem I've got with my cataphracts now though is they're all very tired or exhausted. Here I'm going to charge into its phalanx pikemen. And they're no match for silver shields. Silver shields are about equal with regular Roman legionary cohort, which are equal with royal pikemen. So they rout even before my cataphracts arrive. But the Romans wait chances to capitalise, and I make a bit of a squander with my archers in a minute, and I'm going to lose quite a lot of them to those Roman cavalry, which is a bit of a mistake. But I realised that if I sit around, the German player is going to get too many kills and I won't have enough. So I had to get in there and get kills as well. But I was a bit careless with my archers. I should have kept them moving. But that's probably my mistake of the day. As you can see, I got this Roman guy's coming in, and he's going to sweep down on me. And I'm so busy sort of in the rush of claiming kills that I don't even see it coming. Well, I think I do see it coming, but I leave it much too late. And here I'm going to come in and cut down these spear warband. I know my cataphracts can handle it. I was going for these cav, and I'm going to surround all these units. The mace will soon be out, or should be. Here it goes, the mace is out. And here he brings in his guys, but I do manage to catch him with my cataphracts. But this unit over here is going to get in, so this is a bit of carelessness on my part. But as you can see, it's not a big deal because I've managed to mop up quite a lot of other German units as well, and any surviving Macedonian ones. So my cataphracts will kill these cavalry, but I will lose quite a lot of archers as a result. So I'm not too worried because I don't think the Romans got enough kills anyway. I would be more concerned if the German player did it, because he killed that Scythian horde and most of this Macedonian one. So as you can see, I've pretty much mopped up anything that left out here. And the Roman cavalry has been destroyed. Some of it's regrouped, and I send my men off. So again, I just wasn't paying enough attention. Occasionally you'll make mistakes like that, but as you can see, the Macedonian and German player are pretty much off the field for the most part. There's some German units that are regrouped. I think there's some cavalry out here. Here they go. There's Gothic cavalry that are regrouped, but I still think I can more or less win, but my men are pretty exhausted, whereas these Roman guys are fresh, or fairly fresh. So I'm saying to the German player, if you want to just temporarily ally just until he can beat these guys, but I don't know if he takes it, so I'm going to have to do it on my own. And this is probably where I sort of leave my archers to the lurch. I deliberately do it because I realise if I don't get all my units out to face those Romans, I will not beat them. So, here come in a bunch of town watch. I'm not in the tiniest bit concerned about that, so I'm just going to intercept them. And more of my men are on the way. And here's some more regrouped Roman cavalry. Now I was sure that my men would do okay against this few amount of Roman cavalry. My archers would actually be able to beat them. But surprising, well not exactly surprising, they do manage to beat down all these archers, which is kind of annoying. So anyway, I'm going to use my cataphracts here to charge into these first cohorts. And I'm going to surround on the other side with these legionnaires. I'm going to punch through here, and I'm going to hit the sides of these dudes. I've also got cataphracts coming in up here with a charge. Not very fast charge because they're pretty exhausted. But as you can see, because of upgrades, his men are not going to hold. Mine have got way more upgrades, but mine are a lot more exhausted, so this fight will be a bit closer. But he's clumping his men, and I'm going to be able to surround them. And that's what I'm aiming to do here. Here the Germanian player is going to scavenge some of these Arcani. Not a bad idea. But as you can see, the Roman mass routes, and this is going to allow me to get a bundle of kills, and that's great. And here I'm going to come in, and there's some Triarii here, so that's a bit of a concern, but their back's turned, and they're going to break very soon, and I get them as well. So, as you can see, this one unit of cavalry managed to destroy all those archers, which is a bit overblown, considering it just routed and everything. But I got a lot of kills of Roman troops just then, so I'm sending my cataphracts after these infantry. So I'm on triple speed. Well, no, I'm not. I will when this is done here. But here these Gothic cavalry come in, but they're just as exhausted as my cataphracts, which means it's still very even. So my cataphracts can make pretty short work of them. Cataphracts being a lot better and everything. And I'm going to go around the side here, and I see that these spear warband are coming in, and I'm going to go around and surround, and I've got infantry on their way, so that's good. But it turns out I don't really need to do that. These German troops are about to break anyway, so I don't know why it does it. The sound cuts out, really annoying. It's been doing that for a while now, I'm not sure why. But anyway, I'm going to mop up what's left of these troops, and the rest is just me mopping stuff up. So I'm just going to triple speed it here for you guys, and you'll see a bit of a surprise in a minute though. But as you can see, apart from me being pretty careless with my archers there, but I kind of need to get the kills because I was worried about the German player getting more kills than me, so that's why I needed to move in there quick. But as you can see, the poor Macedonian player didn't really have much of a show. Everyone was sort of ganging up on him, and here are some Arcani that he revealed. My cataphracts were going to smash them down as well. So as you can see, these cataphracts of mine are going to get a lot of kills. Arcani's like the Roman version of Assassin's Creed or something. They look pretty cool. And here I'm going to get these guys as well, but he's gone with a big non-upgraded army. I don't advise it ever. It's just not worth it. So that's me run down routers. My cataphracts are so tired that they're having trouble catching infantry. So but I managed to get a few, and big trail of bodies sort of just moving from where I started over here. You can see a big trail of Greek bodies there moving along. There's a big variety of both some of my own, a lot of Roman and Macedonian ones there, particularly in the horse department, and a lot of German and Macedonian ones out here with a few cataphracts tossed in, and then a big dead blob of Romans when I got that big rout before. And then a nice wee finishing touch of Gothic cavalry here with a wee bit of Roman blood mixed in, and of course our stealthy Arcani weren't stealthy enough. So cataphract power wins again. They're my favourite units because they look awesome, they're so powerful and reliable, and they're fairly historically accurate too. So all in all, those things appeal to me as I play. And the Seleucids are my second favourite faction. If you want a faction that's got variety, you know, like infantry-wise, cavalry-wise, the only thing the Seleucids don't have in variety are archers, but they've got like legionnaires, pikemen, cataphracts, companions, chariots, elephants. Just they've got good variety. So if you want the faction with the most variety, it's the Seleucids. And they're a good match for Rome too. Sometimes I get a bit unlucky with the Seleucids, and I'll show you why in a minute when I get unlucky. I was really annoyed. You'll see the results in a minute. And as you can see, scored resolution, I had like 600 more kills than the German player, but he wins. Why? Because his army used like spear warband, and he managed to get like a lot of kills against superior opponents. So that's really the only thing I dislike about scored resolution, I had 600 more kills than the next person who was behind me, and I still lose, even though I destroyed the Greek, half the Macedonian, a bit of the German, and most of the Roman, or pretty much all the Roman. So unfortunate. But the only reason I use scored is because it stops camping, which happens on last man standing. So it's unfortunate, but I'm not unhappy with that because I got the most kills by 600 over the second follower up. So even though he wins 2,119 kills, it's more than twice the size of my army. I'm pretty happy with that. So even though I lost, I think it's a good loss. And scored can be a bit annoying like that, but like I said, it stops hill camping or hill campers from winning. As you can see, player got 5th. He camped most of the game, so it didn't help him at all. So good game to those 5 guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. I would like to have brought you a proper full victory, but I think it's still a pretty good result considering how much more kills I have than even my second follower up who won. So good victory for DJ Kin 9. We haven't looked at the stats, have we? So here's the stats. Cataphracts, like all of them got over 300 except this unit here, they got 139, which is still really good anyway. Silver Shield Legionnaires getting up around 100, this one getting 226, 197, 124. Marches probably didn't do too well because I let them get a bit exposed. But aside from that, everything got loads of kills. It was a great show from everyone, so thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Please leave comments, love to read them, and I'll see you next time.